William.
Yeah.
Hey, so you know how we always do these spoiler casts? I always open up with a zinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, a zinger that may or may not connect to the movie we're gonna discuss.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a zinger, right? This does not connect to the movie whatsoever. This is probably the worst zinger I will ever start us off with in our spoiler cast history. Okay, it's really bad. But the fact that it's so bad that I'm committed to it means I can't stop now.
Well, no, I mean you can stop anytime you want, Austin. Nothing's stopping you.
Okay. Wait, do you think anyone has ever pretended to be a pedophile online?
Dude, whoa, hold on, what? Wait, what?
Okay, let's give context. Let's give context to this zinger, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I started watching To Catch a Predator, right? Clips, right? Right, so in To Catch the Predator, they use fake actors to pretend to be children to lure pedophiles and predators, right?
Right.
And in these clips, they sometimes reference, hey, you know about the show To Catch a Predator, where they have actors pretend to be 13-year-old kids to lure predators, right? Right, and as they're talking about this on To Catch a Predator, right? Do you think anyone has ever pretended to be a predator just to be on To Catch a Predator?
Oh God, what the fuck is this? Sure, I guess. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm so lost with this.
That thought just occurred to me when I was watching To Catch a Predator, alright? Because they have actors pretending to be 13-year-old kids to lure predators, right? And these predators always reference that the show To Catch a Predator. I was like, huh. I wonder how self-aware they are about this joke as they're preying on young children.
Oh my God! Why?
Yeah. I went down a rabbit hole with To Catch a Predator.
Oh my God! This has nothing to do with the movie.
Why? Wait, that's what we call an opening zinger.
That's not. Oh God. Okay, welcome to the SPOILERCAST for freaking Upgrade.
Hey, we're talking about Upgrade.
Yeah. So I noticed. Rather than To Catch a Predator.
To Catch an Upgrade.
Oh my! To Catch an Upgrade.
Jesus. Look, it all connects. Like every zinger, they always connect. All right.
Okay. Nice. So everything connects to pedophilia. All right. Nice.
Yeah. Everyone might as well be a pedophile.
Oh wow.
Wow. This went downhill real fast.
Yeah, I noticed. Wow.
Just like how this movie went downhill real fast, went downhill real fast, but in a good way.
Oh my God!
But it went in an uphill.
Yeah. Okay. So, if people listen to this at all, no one's gonna listen to us now after this opening zinger. Oh my God. Okay. So. Wow, I need a moment. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Hey, wait, don't watch To Catch a Predator, by the way.
I'm not. I mean, after the way is after. No, I'm not. Not after this. Okay, so. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read the plot synopsis for Upgrade
this
that was
movie came
provided
out
to
the
us by
same year as
Wikipedia.
Venom, by the way.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Huh.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
so,
remember the Venom spoiler cast that we recorded, but our boss never uploaded?
Oh. Wait, what?
Yeah, remember we recorded that Venom spoiler cast, and then a boss never uploaded that spoiler cast?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he still has the audio somewhere.
Okay, you know what? I was thinking about asking him to give me the audio, so I'll give it to you.
Okay. Instead of him giving it to me.
Yeah, we'll just see how we can work that out or something. I don't know. If he still has it after all these years.
Yeah. When did Venom come out? 2018. Yeah, 2018.
God, that was a piece of shit movie. I mean, it was funny, like in an ironic sense.
Yeah, hey, people would know if we had the audio for the Venom spoiler cast.
Yeah, but we don't. So
that's lost.
Okay.
Just like Gray's mind.
God, dude. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read off the plot synopsis that's provided to us by the Wikipedia, and we'll just take a step back away from everything else and just focus on the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gray Trace, a mechanic, asks his wife Asha to help him return a refurbished car to his client Aaron Keene, a renowned tech innovator. While visiting his home, Aaron reveals his latest creation, a multi-purpose chip called STEM, which with almost unlimited potential. Returning home, Gray and Asha's self-driving car malfunctions and crashes. 4 men attack the couple. Asha is killed and Gray is shot in the neck, severing his spinal cord. So, Gray returns home months later as a quadriplegic, under the care of his mother, Pamela. Asha's death and the inability of Detective Cortez to identify their attackers causes Gray to sink into depression. After a suicide attempt, he is visited by Aaron, who convinces him to accept a STEM implant, claiming it would allow him to walk again. Gray regains control of his limbs, and Aaron has Gray sign a non-disclosure agreement, requiring Gray to pretend to still be paralyzed. While watching a drone video feed of his wife's murder, Gray hears STEM speak in his mind. STEM says it can help Gray get revenge and quickly identifies one of the assailants, Cirque Branter, from the video. Gray breaks into Cirque's home and finds proof Cirque was upgraded with cybernetic implants and finds messages connecting him with a local bard called the Old Bones. Cirque arrives and attacks Gray, but STEM convinces Gray to allow it to take full control of his body and easily overpowers Cirque, violently killing him. Cortez later sees drone footage of Gray's wheelchair approaching Cirque's house, but his paralysis negates him as a suspect. Aaron has tracked STEM's movements and berates Gray for potentially exposing STEM. Gray reveals STEM is speaking to him, which surprises Aaron, who demands that Gray stop his investigation. Gray proceeds to the Old Bones and finds Tolan, another of the assailants. Gray allows STEM to torture Tolan to death, obtaining the name of the assailant's ringleader, Fisk. Leaving the bar, Gray stumbles and STEM informs him that Aaron is attempting to shut them down remotely. STEM directs Gray to a nearby hacker formerly known as Jamie, and Gray manages to reach the hacker's address just as STEM shuts down completely, rendering Gray paralyzed again. The hacker manages to remove STEM's input guard and leaves just as Fisk arrives. Gray, with STEM's control restored, kills Fisk's remaining companion. Gray returns home only for Pamela to see him walking, forcing him to reveal STEM's existence. Cortez arrives to interrogate them after finding Gray's wheelchair abandoned at the Old Bones. She leaves after planting a listening device in Gray's jacket. Gray wishes to give up the hunt, but STEM explains that Fisk will track them down and kill them. STEM reveals that the hack gives him free control of Gray's body. STEM uses Gray to drive to Fisk, causing an automated car to malfunction and crash into Cortez, who is tailing them. Cortez returns to Gray's home, where Pamela explains STEM to her. Gray and STEM find Fisk, who reveals he was only hired to paralyze Gray so he could be implanted. Fisk's own upgrades outpace Gray's movements, enabling him to gain the upper hand until Gray taunts Fisk with the death of Cirque, his brother. With Fisk distracted, STEM is able to kill them. Fisk's phone reveals messages from Aaron, suggesting that he had orchestrated all the events. Gray enters Aaron's home, but is held at gunpoint by Cortez before he can kill Aaron. Aaron confesses how STEM forced him to do its bidding, having long since come to dominate all aspects of Aaron's life in pursuit of its goal to become human. STEM then kills Aaron and attempts to kill Cortez, but Gray fights for control over his own body, managing to shoot himself. He suddenly wakes up in a hospital room, not paralyzed. Asha enters and explains he has been unconscious for days following their crash. In reality, Gray is still in Aaron's home. STEM, now in full control, explains to Cortez that the psychological strain has finally broken Gray's mind. This was STEM's objective all along, as this allowed STEM to assume total control over Gray's mind and body. Gray's consciousness believes the idyllic dream state it has found, while STEM kills Cortez and leaves. And so that's the plot.
Yeah, and then Stanley makes a cameo appearance at the end.
Oh my god.
Hey, I like this movie.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah, this movie was great.
My only problem with the movie, I mean, it's not even a big issue. It's probably just like I feel like the impact of it is kind of lost on me. Mm-hmm. But from here, when you're reading it, you're learning how Gray is trying to find out who basically killed his wife and who basically left him paralyzed, and then he learns that it was Aaron all along. Mm-hmm. And then when he gets to Aaron's house, then he finds out it was STEM all along, right? Yeah. My problem is like, while these are kind of good...
This movie does a lot of twists.
I know, but it's like, while these are good twists in of themselves, because first of all, it's rather believable, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, it's just like, they kind of lack an impact when I was watching it. Mm-hmm. It's like, I was like, oh, that's the twist. Okay, but I never really felt like I mean, at least for me, a good twist is the fact that like it leaves you like stunned or like in like oh shit, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how if you were to watch Knives Out, you kind of get that sense too.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm watching this. While I like these twists, they don't leave a good enough impact for me to be like, yeah, these are great twists. It's like no, that's a twist. I believe it, but it's just like, meh.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really much in the way of anything that I was dissatisfied with this movie, other than maybe the twist.
Yeah, like the only thing I really didn't like probably this movie was the waking up in the hospital sequence. It just felt fucking random as hell. But I was like, it just felt really random to just throw that in at the last minute. That's the only thing that took me out of the movie was at the end was when he wakes up, quote unquote wakes up in the hospital and you see his wife there and everything. I was like, oh okay. And just to come back to reality, I was like, oh okay, oh. Like for some reason, I felt like that scene would have worked better as the actual ending, and then we get the post credit scene of where it reveals that STEM is still in control.
Like you'd be you'd be very confused. I mean, maybe I guess if it leaves like a, I mean, I feel like if anything, if they took longer, because the thing is, by the end of the movie, it's like we're kind of rushing along, which is probably the reason why the twist didn't like works as well for me. But it's like the fact that it's like it just suddenly happens, and then we suddenly come back to like finding out that it was like STEM's in full control. The fact is like it doesn't give it like the movie doesn't give you time to wonder like why this was this
it
thing.
doesn't give you time to take it in. They just be like they throw the last two twists back to back and during the last 5-7 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, and it's like because of the pacing of the ending, it's just like it's just quick. It's snap.
Yeah, it doesn't give you enough time to take it in. Or to register what's going on. Like I was really confused with the whole. Like I said, though I was really confused by the whole him waking up in a hospital just only for them just to cut back to him being like, oh no, I have taken over his mind. His body is now I am Venom. There was no we. Only I.
But it's like if they took the time where like after he kind of shoots himself in the neck when you see that, and then you see like he's in the hospital, and then maybe it's just like he's confused and we're confused too, right? But then it's like I wasn't so much confused when I just saw Asha come back. It's like right in the room, and then you see that he's all like what's the term? Because by then I'm like, oh yeah, so he's obviously not in control anymore, right?
Yeah.
And my thing is just like if we had like maybe just 2 minutes or something where the confusion and just like you're like what the fuck happened settle in, that would have worked a lot better. And then when you see Asha and it's like then it's like that adds to the confusion that you already have before when you just find out like that Gray is all like what the fuck, and then he sees his wife, and then it's just like oh wait what, and then it's just like, and then maybe it's not a quick transition, but if we slowly transition back to like
to reality
STEM,
to show reality, STEM's in control.
Yeah, then that would have been a lot better if it took its time there.
Yeah.
The thing is, especially with considering the fact the big everything else in the movie actually took the appropriate amount of time to kind of just like explore what it wanted or tell you what it wanted to tell you. But then it's like at the end of it, it felt like they were really rushing it just to get to the end, which was very odd because then it's just like I can't really like I'm not like I want to take in what you're giving me because I do enjoy this movie, but it's like you're rushing it along. It's like, okay, maybe not go so fast here, and then it's just like it kind of takes away from it the pacing of that one. But to be honest, everything else about this movie is actually really fantastic.
This movie was fun. This movie was Venom if Venom was fun.
God, dude, but it's like first of all, it looks really really good.
Yeah, I really love how the action scenes are done where they do I don't know what the term what the term you're supposed to be using, where it has a clear center focus in frame and it doesn't move away from the center focus. Fuck, I know there's a term for it. People stabilize. There you go. It has a stabilized center focus, and then you move around the stable frame. I really like that when I first because I remember when I first saw the trailer when this movie came out, and in the trailer they showed the fight scenes between Gray and and the guy and Sturks' house when he broke, and I saw like, oh, what the fuck was that? That shit was fucking cool as fuck. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that scene was just really good at how the action was done in this movie.
No, yeah, it's especially like really really good. Like when the actor, I'm trying to find his name here actually real quick. Logan Marshall Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So like the thing is, it's like I like this thing where like he kind of acts like you don't notice it really because it's not something that you would really notice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like in the beginning he moves in a way that you would expect a person to move, right?
Yeah.
And so when STEM is like installed in him, it's like you start seeing like his head kind of is like his head is like I guess is like him, right? But with the way that STEM works is that STEM is basically controlling the rest of his body. Yeah, you okay there, Austin?
I'm eating cake and I'm choking on the cake.
Okay, maybe don't eat cake and choke on the cake.
When eating cake is very hard, apparently. All right.
Okay, but it's like then you kind of notice like how when Gray is moving with STEM like installed, his movements become a bit more mechanical in how they move.
Yeah,
and so it's just like it's really neat to see.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, especially when it came to the fight sequence. Like so back to the whole stabilized freight thing. Like it show how if you're a robot and if you're fighting, how much more precise your movement would be compared to like regular people fighting, right? Yeah. So I agree with you about the movement thing.
Yeah, and it's just like it's really good, and it just feels really good to see, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and honestly, the story is actually very solidly told. But it's the only problem. Again, it's just kind of the ending. But it's only because they rush it, and I wish they didn't even have to rush it. Yeah. But but otherwise, honestly, this movie, the story is rather solid.
Yeah.
It's like everything makes sense.
Of Cyberpunk 2077, by the way.
God, but yeah, it's like it's very solidly told, and the acting is pretty much great all around, especially with Logan Marshall Green, especially in the beginning. Like in the beginning, it was actually rather effective for me, only because like you kind of see how like his life has been just ruined, and then he's just like distraught, and he's just like very sad. Like he's very depressed. Yeah, he's a sad boy, and he just like you can really feel for him in the beginning when he's just like, when he's like just sad over the death of his wife and stuff, and like he's just like his whole life has changed and he's just lost everything, and he just feels like he has nothing to live for, and it's just really depressing to see. So it's like, and then everything else kind of changes tone, for a little bit, if only because it's like it's really sad in the beginning, and then he starts like looking for his wife's killer, right? And stuff like that, and finding out why this was done. It kind of changes tone when STEM comes into the picture, if only because like it kind of starts, you kind of start getting a dark humor type of thing that starts to happen. You know, it's just like oh yeah, I do laugh at like certain moments, but it's like it's just like, man, this is like, it was depressing. Now it's just like, it's kind of funny, but it's still kind of dark, and it's just like, oh, I like this so much. And it's not pure, I know we said we put cyberpunk in there, but it's like, it's not really pure cyberpunk. It's kind of like, it feels like like we're in the middle of a transition to a cyberpunk-esque kind of world, because like in the setting it's like, oh, this feels really grounded in reality, but there are things there that indicate like we're moving towards that moment where everything's going to be all sci-fi-esque, right? You got like you got police drones, and then you got like self-driving cars, and then there's of course STEM, and then there's like the occasional there's like there is a vibe where like there are like these certain locations, especially
we don't have hackers yet in the real world. We're about to get hackers. Hackers haven't been invented yet, William, by the way. There's no such thing as computer hackers yet. That's gonna be a job. That's gonna be a job in the future.
God, dude. And then it's just like it's what was I was going with this somewhere. Like there are set pieces where like there are people who are kind of stuck in a VR type of thing, like they want to be in a fake world rather than the real one, that kind of thing.
Hey, and it's just like, do you think they're playing chat VR?
Then, oh my god, can you imagine them just all being on chat VR?
Do you think their avatars are anime girls?
No, okay. Maybe, you know what? To be fair, honestly, probably all of them.
Hold on, wait,
I
hold on.
don't
Was
know.
this a Sony movie? No, there's no way this could be a Sony movie.
No, it wasn't a Sony.
Oh, okay,
movie.
because I was like, hold on, wait, no, I was thinking of Venom. I was like, is this a
It
Sony
was-
movie? I was gonna ask, do you think their avatars were Spider-Man?
Oh my god. No, but this was Blumhouse.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like we're in the middle of a transition point. We're about to go into what do you call it? Into a cyberpunk-esque world. Like the seeds are kind of there. Where you can see like, oh yeah, soon it'll be a police state type of thing. You'll see corporations start taking over that kind of stuff too.
Gotta love corporations, William. Big fan of corporation, like Sony.
So but that's what's also kind of great too, because it's like it's a subtle type of world building that they had there. You know. It's a subtle type. It's just like if they don't explain it, but it just feels like that is something that you would see in time. There's so much good with this movie.
Yeah, like this movie was a fun ride all the way to it. Like the only thing that I was really enjoying was awful was just like the ending where as we've been saying it was pretty rushed, but I love everything about this. This movie was a super fun watch, especially the interaction between Stem and Gray about the for control or learning about the machine and everything.
Yeah, but man, it's really good. It's just like I would it's not for everyone, to be honest with you, because it is kind of I mean, I don't want to say it was gory, but it was pretty violent.
Yeah. There was some super violence that came out of nowhere, like the whole like in the bar fight, not the bar fight, the house scene when Stan finally took control. Yeah, because everything so far was just been like basic fight choreography, and then all of a sudden you get Stem in, and then and everything he does is precision because he's a machine, and everything. So it's like, oh yeah. And it was like, oh yeah. One swipe, two swipe, three swipes, you're dead.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like, and it's pretty brutal when you see it too. Like, you get a guy's head who is almost chopped up in half. You get like, I mean, it's not the most brutal thing, but it is kind of brutal in the fact that like someone is basically tortured to give off information, and then you basically get someone whose heads get blown up, and it's like, it's not often that you'll see it, but so like when it happens, you're kind of shocked by it, and you're like, oh fuck, damn,
yeah,
you know. So that's like another positive, but it's also can be a negative if you're not into that kind of thing. But it's like, but it's not gratuitous, so it's fine there.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, I mean my only other problem is possibly the potential I mean, there's a bit of a clash in tone, if only because like you like, it's pretty dark, but then there's some humor in it, and so like like at moments I'm like, wait, am I supposed to be laughing here, because this is still kind of kind of dark here.
Yeah.
You know?
This movie just have like have comedy bits in it, but this movie isn't a dark comedy movie like how Venom ended up being, because I don't really compare this to, because this movie was released around the same time frame as Venom. I think this was released like after Venom. I thought when the fuck did Venom come out for us?
I can look it up.
Let's look it up. Venom OG. What the fuck is Venom OG? What the fuck did Venom come out in the States? October. Yeah, this was released like within like the same month, within like the month or so before Venom. Or a few months before.
But yeah, it's like I like the movie, but sometimes I don't know if I want to laugh at it because what they're
Gary just feels so fucking out of place and awkward because we have like this whole vigilante movie about Gray trying to hunt down his killer, and then all of a sudden you just have fucking Stem coming out of nowhere and be like, hey yo, jokes, you human like jokes, 0101, laugh, clap. You human love jokes. We will laugh when I take over the human race. Hoo hoo ha.
Jesus Christ.
That's how Stem talks in that movie, by the way. He said hoo hoo ha when he's laughing.
Yeah, but it's just like, oh god, it's just like I want to laugh at it, but it's like the story material that they use for it is just so dark.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want
this
to.
movie is a really dark setting. It's like sometimes the humor just feels really weird, but I'm not complaining. It just felt really weird and awkward at out of place at times. Because we have the story. They just cut humor into the scene. It's not like we're Venom where we kind of established this is a comedy action horror whatever the fuck movie, right? Because at least with Venom, we got comedy off the bat, so it set the tones, right? But like in this movie, it's never established at any point with the tone of this movie that this movie has comedic bits, right? It just like I don't think the comedic bit really doesn't really start until like Stem starts killing people.
Yeah, and it's just so odd because it's like
and that's like 40 minutes into the film. No, 30 minutes into the film. I believe it was when he breaks into the guy's house.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So like for a whole 30 minutes, we were just on this intense drama movie about a guy trying to find his killer, and then Stem just be like hoo hoo ha hee hee.
But that's the thing. This is like it's like part of me wishes that they just never had the humor in the first place. But like I'm pretty certain if there was never the humor, I'll pretty much be depressed by the end of it.
Yeah, this movie would have been way more sad. But don't you like sad robot movies? Don't you want movies that reflects upcoming societal change in our ever changing geopolitical climax of society as advanced technology takes over the mundane life force of everyday American society?
Austin, stop it! It hits too close to home. It's too close to reality.
We don't have to worry about society if coronavirus kills us all, so it's fine.
No, you're okay. Jesus. No, but yeah, that's probably like honestly, other than the rushing of the ending and just the tonal differences, so like honestly, that's kind of like the only negatives, and they don't really detract from the film. Honestly, it's like I would still watch it again. Honestly,
this movie I could watch again just because it's really well done.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I honestly would give a recommend. It's like a good 8 out of 10 movie for me. It's just really, really good.
It's better than Venom, that's for sure.
That is for sure. Like you only watch Venom ironically, if only because it's like it's unintentionally funny.
Yeah,
you know.
Didn't they have to make Venom funny? Wasn't Venom originally? I'm pretty sure Venom was originally supposed to be way more horror action, but then they had to throw in the comedy bits in post filming or some shit, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's because they couldn't. It's like they left that in because it's like probably during the time where like, oh, I don't know if we want a PG-13 or R-rated movie, that kind of thing. Yeah. And so that's honestly probably the case. But yeah, definitely give this a watch. I'm done with. Like honestly, I've said what I said with this movie.
Yeah, there's not really a lot to say. We just really enjoyed this. We don't have anything to rip apart, honestly, in this movie. Like we already discussed all of the major plot elements and stuff we like. Like it's not something that we really have to spend a lot of time this dissecting about the movie. It's just a really fun movie to watch. Yeah, that's just pretty much it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say? No. All right.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for listening. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Kate, thanks. Bye. I forgot what we're supposed to say at the end for a second.